My comment or question is in relation to the response today to both Jolovan's and Rema's letters to the Straits Times Forum. So today. So the response from the Secretary to the Minister of Law, there's one particular line that really threw me off that said, what is the benefit to Singaporeans in giving the workers who are being repatriated due process? And to me, the question completely threw me off because it seems completely irrelevant to me what the benefit is to Singaporeans to defend or to uphold the human rights of a migrant. And so my question, that's my comment. My question then is that, do you think it is problematic that we continue to engage with them on this platform that when all of their discussion about any human rights issue is on, oh well, are Singaporeans ready for this? Or what is the impact on Singaporeans? Are Singaporeans ready to pay for this? And while we make comments about how it's beneficial to local workers too if we improve migrant workers' rights, is that the platform on which we should be defending migrant workers' rights? That it's because it's beneficial to us? That might be maybe something that comes out of it, and it's helpful to point it out because it points out the complexity of the linkages between their rights and ours. But do you think it's problematic that we keep continuing to engage on these issues on a cost-benefit to Singaporeans issue? And is cost and benefit only in terms of economic and financial issues? I was thinking as I was reflecting on that question that was asked, as a Singaporean, the benefit to me that a migrant worker is given due process is that I can sleep well at night, knowing that there's a just and fair system. So I find that it is really a very pitiful situation that everything is monetized, and Singaporeans then have to bear the burden of justice on the basis that oh, I'm not ready, it's my fault because I have all these other stresses I have to deal with that I can't think about migrant workers' rights.
I will just answer from Marwa's side, and the VP too is here, so he too can add in because we were struggling with this whole thing for almost the whole day. We have just put up our response on the website, and I think it is there. But I think that last question it jangled you, but I think it is a very typical way in which the discourse takes place. It is very typical, at the end of the day, you are the citizen. I must take care of you, citizen. And I think this is the paradigm that we are all buying into. And this is why at the beginning I asked that question, what kind of society do we want? What kind of values do we want to embrace as Singaporeans? If I'm a politician, that is how I will speak, right? Because the foreigner is not really going to give me the vote. It is the Singaporean. I am just pushing it to the limits. But I think a politician has a moral duty to the population to enhance our value system, to deepen our whole moral attitude and ethics by being consistent to the human condition. But in our case, it is always very divisive, and cost comes in very quickly because we have dangled the cost stick or carrot. Sometimes it's a carrot depending how they are talking, and sometimes it's a stick. So we have bought into it. I'm sorry, I feel differently about this. Maybe many will not agree with me. I feel that the Singaporean has bought into this whole thing about cost, and we either do not know how to get out or we do not want to see. I mean, I have asked, just to go on another diversion here, I've asked people, why do they keep upgrading their flat? Because when you keep upgrading, who's going to bear the cost? You have escaped, maybe, but someone down the road is going to pay the price, which is what exactly is happening now. But let's not forget, our political leaders all encouraged us to keep upgrading. That was the value system they gave us, and many bought into it. So downstream, the younger folks are now being affected. So I'm just saying that that is the typical approach, and we have to keep rejecting it. That's all I can say. I don't think many, I don't know how many agree here, but I don't think many of us will agree with that kind of approach. Yeah? You want to? You agree with the government's...
I mean, that's something that I've talked about with my friends extensively, and I think I'm very blessed to study overseas, to be able to take a more removed, detached perspective, really, and it's very troubling because a lot of these so-called elite people that I studied with in JC and secondary school, they just completely bought into this story, and we're talking about some of the best and most intelligent minds that we're supposed to have.